What up, guys? This is Casey Israel again, and today is the pickups I have for the past weekend and a little bit before this weekend. so, yes, this was my birthday weekend. I hardly ever say that shit, but I mean, it's the weekend. I'm able to enjoy my weekend. So, I'll say that. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, it's my birthday week," bullshit, but I would say it's my birthday weekend. So, right now I'm just sharing out the stream. So, I'm gonna show you guys first the stuff I picked up yesterday. If you watched the pickups, I mean, if you watched the video game hunting, so you would see everything. So you're gonna see everything again. So, first, I'm trying to collect all the HD DVD movies, and what HD DVDs are is the predecessor or the successor to DVDs that failed to Blu-ray, and they're HD. So I got Lethal Weapon 1, and I got Alexander Revisit the Final Cut. So I'm pretty sure I don't have Lethal Weapon, but Alexander, I'm not 100% sure. Both of them I paid $4 a piece. So that goes up here to the collection of HD DVDs. Next, I picked up a couple Super Famicom games. And what Super Famicom games are Japanese Super Nintendo games. So first you got the Super Formation Soccer 94. And then you got Kai Wham. This one has a hole in the back. I did not see that, and I think that person, the seller, hid that away, so so I can pay full price for that. So that's cool to have. I like having Super Famicom games. Right now, my local game store has a ton of them, and I really trying to hold off because I really don't have the room to go after Super Famicom games. Next is for the Game Boy, and this is Game and Watch Gallery 2. I had picked up Gallery 1 recently, so they're like, well, it's a black cartridge. Black cartridge, you're able to play this on the normal Game Boy and on the Game Boy Color. Even though with the Game Boy Color, you can play backward compatible to the original Game Boy games. So I don't know why they did that. Instead of having a gray cartridge, they're like, oh, well, this will be in between. So if it's a black cartridge, that means it's in between. Because I do have another black cartridge, and it's I believe it's the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening on DX. Oh, the DX version. So I'll be playing some of those Game & Watches eventually for you guys. I picked up 2 PS4 games. Got Overwatch Origins Edition for $5. And Ghost Recon Wildlands for both of them $5 a piece. And then for the Xbox One, I got Sims 4 bundle where it has Sims 4 and the Cats and Dog expansion bundle. I used to really love the Sims back in the day, so $5, why not? Plus, I don't have a lot of Xbox One games. I have a ton of PS4 games, but Xbox One, I really don't have a lot. throw that up there. So I'm kind of also putting shit away too at the same time. So toss that. I actually need to dump that trash. Oh, let's see. What's this one? All right. This was Wednesday or Thursday stuff. I can go ahead and toss that. First, I tried this out. It's a mini arcade Miss Pac-Man. I tried it. It's not bad. It's pretty much what it is. I think it's NES game on a chip. You can power it with batteries or a micro USB cable. What's cool to turn it on and off, you hit that. That's your on and off switch. So that's pretty cool for $15. They were doing a trying to think. Oh yeah, they were doing 2-for-1 sale for like 4 days. And these were the only things I picked up. And I know I picked this up with it. Gosh, what else? I know I picked something else up. I don't see that stuff I picked up the next day or so. Maybe I know. Oh, you know what? I know one thing. Oh, I guess no. I also picked this up. It's a well. You know what? Before I show this off, that's gonna take a minute to show what's that all about. Obviously, it's a VR headset. I picked up this border for $50. This was part of the buy one, not buy two get one free sale. This is a border that goes around the arcade monitor, and it's for what was it, Gondomania. I've never seen this, but I never had a border around the arcade monitor before. I think that's pretty cool. I do have real marquees. Those Neo Geo art games are actually marquees from an actual machine. So, I know I picked that up. The arcade thing. I'll swear there was. Okay, the arcade thing. That. Oh, it was Lincoln. It was the Game and Watch game. That's where it was. Those three were tied together, and I think the Game and Watch game was for free. That's why it took me forever because I was looking for around. Was like, where's the third thing? Then, um, totally forgot about that. So this is cool to have in there too. I love having these mini arcade machines. They're kind of little cool trinkets. So the next thing, yeah, I can't get a kick out of this. Like I said, this is part. No, that was separate. This is a VR headset. At first, I was like, "Oh, I could use this probably for the Switch." I looked at it, it's like, "Oh, well, yeah, you could probably use this for the Switch." Then I noticed it was made for the Switch. The reason is one, you had those vents right there. That's what's on the Switch. Right here, so you can press the buttons up here. These sides are open so you can put the Joy Cons. And down here, so you can plug your charger in. So I can show you right now because I got my Switch right here. So the person had no idea. They thought it was a cell phone thing or maybe a tablet thing because you see those used to see them everywhere, right? And they're junk. They were cool for a little bit, but I put my Switch in there. And yes, I do have a clear backing of my Switch. So you can see the vents right there being free. Then you can see right there the charger's open. And actually, never mind, I was wrong. That's so one, you can have the vent open and you can have the headset uh plug out. So you could actually wear this what's supposed to be for a VR, right? So let me give you guys something what Nintendo came out with their version. Why the whole VR thing for the Switch, and it's so subpar. What they did was from Nintendo Labo. It's this fucking thing right here. It's made out of cardboard. So what you do, you slip your Switch in there, and then you put your Joy Cons there. On that side, you put it right there. Same thing. You can see right there it has the vent cover, and same thing with the volume. But on the thing is on here, they don't have no vent holes for that one. So get this. So there's no head strap, right? So the way you play the Switch is like this. And how comfortable would this be playing Breath of the Wild, the whole game? And yes, Breath of the Wild, you can play the whole freaking game in VR like this. You can hold it. See, that's the one thing with Nintendo did wrong with their headset is that there was no fucking head strap. So you could, and you don't really need the Joy Cons to be there because the Joy Cons are motion control, but has motion stuff controls in it. It's the same thing with the Switch. See, I just played with the headset and playing with Joy-Con in each hand. I was playing Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, and it worked perfectly with it. You could use your motion with your head. Didn't look great, but not bad for how cheap I bought this. I'm like, when I bought this was they charged me $5 because they had no idea. They thought this was, like I said, for a cell phone. And I wasn't going to correct them. I'm like, so they can charge me more? Fuck them. So I was like, oh, yeah, I know. I was like, so $5 for this. And I told them I want this to be separate from that other deal so I can pay this for the cheaper. And that's what they did. So I was happy with that. So that's why I brought this out so I could show you which more superior. You could actually wear this one and it's more comfortable, minus holding this whole fucking thing up and go like, oh, that's a big fail from Nintendo for the Switch, if you ask me. All right, so at the video game store, I think Friday. Ooh, actually, it's funny. Talk about the Game & Watch. Here's the Game & Watch 1. And I actually picked this up at Vintage Stock. This is the other one, Game & Watch Gallery 1. Has the gray cart, so this is made for the original Game Boy. So I already had that up there, but that's cool to have. So at the game store, I saw they had a bunch of boxes, console boxes, and some controller boxes. And I picked up several of my my boxes from them. I mean, some of them if they're too much, obviously I couldn't get them. But I picked up this Nintendo Wii control box. So I was like, hey, I think I paid $5 for this as well. So $5-6. So I was like, yep, because you don't see these that often anymore. So, and I picked up for the Sega Master System. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? This is, yeah, on the Master System. I had this game loose, so I turned around and sold their copy right back to them, and I just kept the one I had. The original one I paid $13, but I mean paid $3, but this one I get the case and then partially money back. I was happy with that. So this will go up here now, and I need to take more pictures of my collection again because it's been a while since I took pictures of the collection. I'm trying to find a good spot to put. Yeah, screw it. We'll put it right there for right now. All right. So yesterday, no, actually, this is the day before. I think. So, okay, the stuff from the flea market was from yesterday. And that stuff was from Thursday, I think. And this one was from Friday. So, picked up at the game store. They had, for the ColecoVision, it's called War Room. There's Bam. What's up, Bam? And this one, you have, that's a good way to know if it's for Coleco. It has that shape for the bottom of the cartridge because that's how it fits in the cartridge port. And also, if it has that opening, that's another way to know if a Coleco game. And I did not know this. I mean, I tried to collect all the ColecoVision games, and this one I just did not know it actually had it. So, oh, I'm just going to have to put that right there now. So next, I picked up, it's a PC Engine Turbo Tap box. What the PC Engine is the Japanese version of the TurboGrafx 16. It's the same company, just different version. It's kind of like how Nintendo had the Famicom and we got the NES. While like internationally, it was the Sega Master Drive. No, it was the Mega Drive. While we had Sega Genesis. And same thing with the NEC TurboGrafx 16. You had the the NEC PC Engine. What's up, Adriel Crowley? How's it going, man? So, and I already had the thing in its box. I mean, not in its box, separately. Yes, I do. Actually, I have a PC Engine Duo that has been modded so I can play not only PC Engine games and CD games. It'll play TurboGrafx 16 and TurboGrafx CD games. So I sold off my TurboGrafx 16 to cut that price down. Like I upgraded, so there's no point having that one now. It's a good system. So here's the Turbo Tap. It's kind of really hard to see because it's very bleached white. But you can have up to 5 players right there. And both TurboGrafx 16 and PC Engine consoles only have one controller input. So you use this so you can have more people to play with. So, and I had this earlier. So I think I bought this for reasonably priced. I think that was another $5 for that. Yeah, it was definitely cheap. I was like, screw it. No, actually, Pam, I think that was wrong. I think you're wrong. I think that was actually smart because it would force them people to buy this. Is it customer friendly? No, but it was business smart, so you can sell this where you can have more people to play with. What's up, Brad? Casey is, I don't know what he's about to say. Another year older. Yep. Yeah, I'm 41 now. I'm getting too old for this shit. But this is pretty cool. I'm wondering if Brad ever heard. Oh, thank you, April. Brad, did you ever heard of TurboGrafx 16? I mean, when I was younger, I never heard of TurboGrafx 16 back in the day. I mean, well, bam, they didn't sell a lot of system because, well, it was sandwiched between the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. At that time, the market couldn't handle 3 systems. Oh, I had no idea back in the day. You only heard it because of Bear? He had one? Wow. I never heard one. But of one. But the only reason during that time frame it was sandwiched between both the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, and it's kind of hard for a third system to be profitable. I mean, didn't become profitable. Actually, think about this shit. GamePro. I used to have GamePro. Thank you, Butterfly. I appreciate that. Well, I mean, bam, I'm a very big video game guy, and I didn't know until later in life. But I was always about Atari, Nintendo, and Sega. And honestly, I didn't get into PlayStation until PlayStation 2. Because one, I thought PlayStation 1 was supposed to be for adults. And it did have a lot of adult themed games. But plus, when the PS2, I was officially an adult and bought my PS2 from my brother. Same way I bought the Xbox from Brad. What's up, Randy Viper? So, huh. But, yeah, trying to think. But during that time, even the next generation with the N64, the PlayStation, Saturn did horrible. PlayStation did great. Nintendo did okay. And Saturn, they bailed after a while. And then there was other system. I think there was the 3DO, and then that did horrible. And then the Atari Jaguar did horrible. So they were bringing out too many things. And yeah, like Genesis was doing 32X games and the Sega CD. Thank you, Jamie Mills. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, it took until what, the PS2 era, the very next generation after that, with the PS2, the GameCube, and the Xbox, and even the GameCube did horrible. It did okay. It did 22 million. Shit, the Switch dude did 100 million on top of that. You had the PS2 and the Final Fantasy 11. When I got my PS2, then I started getting the PS1 games. And I had a ton of PS2 games, but I guess I sold a lot of them. But I still have some. But it didn't take until the PS2 era until it was pretty much allowed the having 3 consoles again. So I kept my PS2 because you can play PS1 and PS2, but it's understandable. So let's move on. Talk about PlayStation. I picked up a game that I'd been wanting to pick up for a while, and I was trying to find it cheap, but I had about $20 in. Oh gosh, I had $20 in game credit because I sold a bunch of stuff. So I went ahead, still got PS3, 4, and 5. Nice. I don't have a 5 yet. But for the PS3, it got almost half of it off. It's called 3D Dot Game Heroes. It's in like a 3D version of 8-bit graphic games, and it's like their version of Legend of Zelda. But you had the sword that grows to like it be giant. You can kind of see it right there. You see where that giant sword is right there. So I'm very interested to play this very, very soon. Next, you guys know if you guys been following me for a while, I've been trying to collect for my Wii U's. You can see I'm trying to get all the Wii U games, at least all the American ones. So there's been one game I've been holding out for a while. What's up, Dave? Sorry, I went over you a couple times with this and with my Fortnite, but I have a thing uploading. It's like, hey, show off my shit for the weekend. But back to this, they were selling this version for a while, and then it just disappeared for a while. I couldn't find this for a while. This one has new Super Bros. U plus has Super Luigi U. And I had Super Luigi U by itself and Mario U, so there was no point for me to have this. And then when I made the move from Pennsylvania down to here, I lost both of them. So I got both of them back now. I bought them back. But I've been avoiding this one. Then it's like, you know what? I need this in the collection. It's a variant, and I hadn't seen this in a while. I used to come by this all the time. Like I would stumble over a rock, and bam, there would be one right there for sale. But now I can't find them nowhere for a while. So I saw it. It was my birthday weekend. I said, "Fuck it, why not add another one to the collection?" I've been, like I said, been meaning to pick that one up for a while too. Coming down to the last couple things is for the NES. I sold my loose cop. No, actually, I still have this copy loose, but it's for sale now. It's Destination Earthstar for the NES. And it looks like some type of shooter game. But what's cool, the video game store, if you buy their box games, they'll sell you you'll get the box protector for free. So I'm happy with that. So I had this loose, so now I got that one boxed. And this one, Air Fortress. I did not have this loose or box. So usually I would have. Your stream is very choppy. Are you talking about now or recently? kind of hard to make out the box. Oh, well, it's because there's a box protector over it. So now, well, I know one thing. I am uploading, so I sorry if it's real bad. Maybe I should turn off. I'm not having any signal problems. I mean, do you guys, any other people having issues? I mean, I'm willing to turn this thing off for right now. Turn that. The use my. That's not a bad idea. Good point, Bam. That's a great. I, I should have not thought. I should have thought about that, but I, I wasn't thinking obviously. So I switched back. So yeah, this is Air Fortress. I thought I had this one loose, but apparently I didn't. Oh yeah, well I switched it off. I switched my phone from hooked up to the house Wi-Fi to its data plan. So what's weird, I would see this game everywhere. Well, not everywhere, like at the game store, and I was pretty sure that I had this loose, but apparently I didn't. So I saw this, like, fuck it, let's pick both of these up. They were pretty cheap, and more games to the box collection. Like, I really need to find a new spot for these boxes, but right now I could just do it like this. It can keep going for right now. Okay, you want to see the other one? This is Destination Earth Star, and it looks like some type of shooter game. And I'm gonna remove the box protector and put this on something else. So, I don't see these two boxes that often. So we're like, fuck it. They're both $15 piece. This is pretty much the cheapest games you can find in their boxes. So why not? Like I said, I really need to start finding a new home, but I like having my NES boxes right there. Are these your birthday presents? For myself, yes. From myself. I do have some birthday presents from my mom, and I got a $50 gift card from a nanny. So that was sweet of her. So, yeah, that was really sweet of her. But I do have one other thing. You can kind of say this is a birthday gift. Came from um Joe Compton. Yeah, she doesn't have to do that. I'm trying. Oh yeah, the arcade stick. I say, hey, if you spring for this will be considered the gift, and you don't have to worry about anything. She's like, okay, and she still got me stuff, so it was nice of her. So this came from Joe Compton right here. I was wondering what the fuck was this? It had my name on it. And the stuff Joe said it would take a couple weeks, so I didn't think about it. I opened it up and I should. Oh, yeah, she does. I love her too, so I opened it up. I knew exactly it came from. It came from Joe Compton. It doesn't have his name on it. Came from a website. But this is what he got me right here. Barbie for the NES. So I told him I will do not only a viewer's request on this for him, and it'll be like I think I'm gonna start a new series called Bad Video Gameplay, something like that. So I'll be playing bad video games. Is it rated G? Yes, it's rated G. It's for little girls. That's what it is for. It's not for boys. It's not for adults. It's for little girls. So yes, it's rated G. So yeah, I'm gonna play this as no, like I said, as a viewers choice, but and he bought this on Amazon apparently. Oh, you'll be seeing this. Like I said, this is gonna be a new series of bad video gameplay. Like I'll play some really bad ones, and you guys can see hear my reaction. Do this for your girls. Well, I mean, for the women and my fans. Oh, what do you mean it's not bad? I played this before. It's horrible. It's horrible. Not because it's Barbie. The game sucks. So you're that's what I'm saying. But apparently it's this been certified refurbished. So I'm wondering if you've been watching DK Oli's shows, like from people like Costanza and Otherdom, where they've been saying DK Oli's been refurbishing their shit. So I'm wondering if this has even been refurbished. The inside looks clean, or at least the pins look clean. So, I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. You open the damn thing and just clean it. So, um, and I think, yeah, that is it. Oh, Ryan the Heel, don't buy an N64 from them. Buy it from anywhere set than DK Oldies. They'll rip you. Not only you'll pay like 2-3 times what the N64 is going for, you're not paying for the premium. Like you're gonna get like a third party controller with third party hookups with them not even cleaning the insides. Like, look at Bear Stuff. He even says DKLD is a scam. Always a scam? Oh, don't buy that. Ryan the Heel, there's cheaper ways to find it. Go on eBay. If you go for it, that dude, don't buy it from them, please. Go on eBay. You can get it cheaper. The only thing you got from DK Oldies is that see, the thing is, their outside is going to be clean, but once you open it up, it's going to be dirty. They don't clean the insides, and not only that, they don't put any what's it called thermal paste on there, so they don't remove the cooler or the wherever they call it, the cooler, wherever, and put thermal paste. They don't do that. So I highly suggest not buying it. I would rather say go on Amazon and buy it from them. But yeah, I'll definitely be playing this for a couple reasons. But and I'll definitely want to be playing this. I need to do this and give this a really good gameplay. I've been wanting to get this for a while. So, that was it. Now I was able to put all the stuff away. So, Yeah, that's it. I appreciate everyone coming by. You still have yours, just missing controller and AV card. Dude, you don't even need to do that. Then you need just to go on eBay or Amazon and order a controller and AV cables or the cord. There are way cheaper ways than going through DKOLs. They suck. They're definitely a scam. And it's not because, oh, it's high price. I don't care it's the high price. I mean, if you want to pay overpriced, that's on the customer. But if you're going to say, oh, they refurbish their shit, they don't. That's the problem right there. They pay for when their stuff is refurbished when they're not. So if they're refurbished, then that's completely different. If they clean it out, let's say they even make mods, like let's say if it's they make it region free, and then I'll say not only that, like it's modded with let's say HDMI port, then I'll say that would be the hell way to go. I'm scared about video games from them too. I want to pick up an expensive game and see if it's even real. But knowing you buy a real expensive game, not only it'd be like 2-3 times amount, then you'll find out it's fake. So I just be careful what you buy. Oh yeah, like Brad says, he'd rather get a Raspberry Pi with crap ton of games for a cheaper price. Yeah, it's kind of like my Pocket Box. My Pocket Box is a pretty much a Raspberry Pi, and they have so many, like 50,000 games on there. Some doubles, but no, I didn't see that fake Rondo of Bloodwater graded, but it doesn't shock me. They'll grade anything. I could send in my turd. They'll grade it and put it behind a plastic slab, and it's like, oh, we'll give this turd an uh a 9, and then they'll say, well, we would grade it a little better if it didn't have that corn there, and yeah, I'm just making a joke, Butterfly. What? Well, what he's talking about graded is something like this. Trying to see what. Oh, Israel brought up is what's called graded. They take an they take an item like this is like a this is a Nintendo Punch Out card that has scratch offs on it apparently, and they grade it and they slab it behind a plastic sleeve that you're supposed to never open again. So no, I had not seen that. No, I hadn't seen that, Ryan. But this is the only thing I got that was graded. And I thought, sure. I mean, plus, I thought it was pretty cool. There's scratch off on a Nintendo card. So I'm like, hold on. Do you win money? Like, what's the scratch off part about? I like to learn about that because honestly, you can't really have scratch offs, like real scratch offs. Oh, this one was graded by. It's real hard to read because it's really flashy. It looks like it says pure graded X, and they said it's a 1989 Topps Nintendo scratch off punch out with King Hippo and but but I thought that was pretty cool. I definitely want to check this out. What's the whole point having the scratch offs on there? But I kind of like having my knickknacks everywhere. It then it's just video games. You can kind of see like cool knickknacks. I would push these in and put more knickknacks, but the problem is there's videotapes and DVDs behind here, mainly wrestling DVDs and wrestling tapes and movies. Oh, here's Dave. He says I needed custom shelves. I mean, there's no point having custom shelves on this side. This goes from one side of the wall to the other completely. And the only thing I would change, it would probably be this a little bit. Because I would love to have more room for my NES game boxes, but pretty much used every square inch that I can use, pretty much. But that's pretty much it, guys. I gotta eat, and I gotta vacuum the house up, and then I'm gotta do some video game gameplay recording. So I before I take off tomorrow, I'm gonna have Sunset Riders arcade gameplay up. It's uploading right now to YouTube. Are you going live later tonight? No, I'm done. Thank you. Thank you, Israel. I appreciate that. Well, I like to keep it in air. It used to be in like genres, but now it's kind of like wherever I can put something now. There's Steve Callan. What's up, Steve Callan? But we're going to go ahead and call it a night, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for coming. Bye.